It's Gurley power. It's the coach. This is the 2020 season on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
You better be afraid of me.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
And congratulations on their win last week, but they didn't get a whole lot of time to celebrate it on Sunday. They were right back to work on Monday, but you'll have to do things differently when you prepare for a Thursday night game, because normally you'll take some time off. Here you get right back to work on the game plan mentally, and probably not put any pads on until you play again Thursday night.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And his throw is incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get this.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Aaron Colvin. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
And partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time and take it out on the other team.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 5 catches, 67 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time to peek at the defensive starters. Here they are for Philadelphia. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
7 yards there and a 1st down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Murray now on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A first carry now for Thompson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Goff. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Line 20. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
180. Here we go. Here we go.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Goff. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Goff. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10, Goff again. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Badgley's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out the, just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Let's go!
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Murray. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They run the counter. It's Thompson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. To Thompson on the draw. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Goff, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection at time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Murray now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, That's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
He takes us from the 30 to the 34. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They go quickly here out to Doxson. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, it's Thompson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Here's Murray.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1 yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is gone. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And a look now at Lamar Miller. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. To throw again on second down. Murray, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Murray going to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Murray now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. First down, Murray. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run with Miller, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Murray now on first down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Dixon complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Murray now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw is Murray. His throw incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. It's caught. It's Miller. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bailey's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into Week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the New York Giants. And one final game to highlight is the Sunday night extravaganza, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Yeah, they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Let's go now. Put you on it. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And this is Cook with the ground. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 23. To throw, it's Murray. He's got it complete to Thompson. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Levante David coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On second down now, it's Miller. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Murray, and this is going to be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
180! Watch the run, watch the run! Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up!
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Big stop, G. Big stop, let's go!
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. Safarian Jenkins has it. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
180!
Goff on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Man, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a first and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Murray off play action. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, third and long. Now Murray. He can run for it, and he will. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now gone. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Here's Sam Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray, that's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This one caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona 1st.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Murray now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Miller. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. It's brought in by Dodson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. And an alley to run. Now he'll pull it down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Throwing on first down, incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up second down. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. On third down, Murray. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Murray sets to throw on fourth. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Shotgun handoff to Thompson, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. To throw is Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown. Offensively, are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Miller kept out of the end zone on fourth and goal, and this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. So a drive that covers almost the entire length of the field will result in 0 points.
That frustration is not just going to be felt by the guys on offense either. It's going to be felt throughout the entire team, isn't it? I mean, we've been there before, right? We've seen it. That deflation can go through the entire ranks. They're going to have to really work to make sure it doesn't affect them going forward.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Buying time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Thompson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch twist, watch twist.
Gurley. And an alley to run. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Gone. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Gone. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Goff now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, check. 3 down.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another carry now for Gurley. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. They run. It's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Gurley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Pettis once again the target, and it's 3rd down. Murray, one final try. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Eagles, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Arizona, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.